Hello students, myself Niranjan Kumar. I am course coordinator of the digital photography subject. Today we will talk about the camera. This topic is most related to your subject digital photography. This is my first lecture on photography. Okay, before start the topic, we will see what will be covered in this topic. First, introduction of camera. Second is importance of camera. Third, structure of camera. Fourth, type of camera. And last one is how camera works. Now, start with the introduction of camera. I know we all know and recognize the camera, but today here we will try to identify and now systematically of all about the camera. Camera and photographs are two different things that are used for one purpose, whereas the camera is just a tool for mass media and visual arts, and tool for capture moments to remember. Actually, camera have proven to be great tool for mass media, visual art, and for that enjoyable pastime of being able to capture moments to remember. Whether you are a student of photography, knowing a bit more about the camera, like history of camera, structure of camera, types of camera, and so on, because this type of knowledge can help you appreciate photography and that tool and the tool that you use a little more. Okay, before along to the details of the history, structure, types, and other things of the camera, let's understand what a camera is first. In the simplest term, a camera is a device used to take photographs and is the main tool used for the art of photography. Photography comes from two words, two Greek words. Photos means light and graphen, which means to draw. This word is photography. History was first used by Sir John F.W. Herschel in 1839. Definition of camera is very simple as you see. Camera is a tool to create photographs, a device for recording visual image in the form of photographs, film, or video signal. Another definition of camera is a camera. A camera is an optical instrument used to record image. Now, see the detailed definition of the camera. A device that consists of a light-proof chamber with a hole called aperture, fitted with a glass called lens and a door called shutter, shutter through which the image of an object is projected onto a surface for recording, as on a photosensitive film or an electronic sensor, or for translation into electrical impulses as for television broadcast. Okay. The history of the camera has shown how today's camera are much different from what used to be fairly crude looking instrument. It has been dominated by modern inventions like digital single lens reflex camera, which are the improved version of its more traditional single lens reflex siblings. Digital point and shot camera, which you can carry easily in your pocket, and even a smartphone camera, which comes as almost standard features of today's many different smartphones. These digital innovations added to photography history, and the fast ever changing world of the technology continues to improve the camera and people use today. Let's look at a brief history of the camera and see just how much this gadget has evolved. The very first camera was the camera obscura or the pinhole camera. This device in the timeline of photography history is said to date back to the ancient Greeks and the ancient Chinese. The device makes use of a pinhole to produce the image, but the resulting projection was upside down. It is said the Al Jahan, other name was Al Hayatam, a great authority in the field of optics, was later on known in photography history as the one who created the pinhole camera in thousands AD. In the earliest days of the photography history, the camera obscura was used for watching solar eclipses, most notable done by Reynolds Gamma for the Louvain University in 1544. One of the scholar named was G.B. Della Porta recommended using this device as an aid for scientific drawing in 1544. In 1685, when Johann Jahn envisioned the first small and portable camera, which is closer to the smaller gadget now today. Although crude, the camera obscura, which was the first device in this history of the camera that shown the first sign of the making of a more advanced device, which would lead to the development of camera as we know them today. Now, daguerreotype camera. In the history of camera, the camera obscura had been around for many years, but no one had able to preserve the image in a photographic form. It was only in 1827 when Joseph Nesfor Napsy used the camera obscura for coming up the heliographs or sun prints, which made it the first tool used in photographic history. It can be said that these heliographs were the prototype of today's modern photography, which used light to draw the picture. The resulting photographs is very different from the photographs we know today. Napsy made use of an engraving and bitumen coated metal plate which was the exposed to the light. The darker, shadowy part on the engraving were able to block light, but lighter area allowed just enough light to react with the chemical on the metal plate. This image had initially been invisible, but after placing the metal plate in a solvent, it happened produced the image of the engraving. There are two major cons to this method. It's required 8 hours to exposure to create the image, and after it appears, it tends to fade away quickly. Napsy had the idea of transferring image on another medium of a more permanent solution, although not enough to be counted as successful yet. Louis Daguerre, Daguerre, Louis Daguerre, Nipsey partner, worked on his idea after Nipsey died in 1833. 4 years later, Daguerre succeeded in creating the daguerreotype, which is the first practical photographic process. His unveiled unveiled the daguerreotype in 1839, where he showed how he used a silver plated copper sheet that how iodine vapor to help given it a light sensitive coated which is silver iodine. The daguerreotype camera was a box-shaped device made by Mission Ferris S. Ferris in 1839. This device has a lens which was created by Charles Chevaliers. Charlie Chevaliers. In 1841, Henry Fox Talbot comes up with a more perfected process called the colotype. I repeat, colotype. The term colotype is a Greek term which means beautiful picture. The resulting image for this process that transferred on a sheet of paper or sensitized plate. He is said to be the inventor of the first negative. Modern photography, film camera. The olden days made the relationship of photographic printing and the development of the camera go hand in hand. Throughout the history of the camera, the same rule of developing more advanced device to come up with the beautiful printed photographs transfer was applied. George Eastman was the man responsible for pioneering the use of photographic film. In 1885, he developed paper film before he switched to celluloid. Compact cameras. A compact camera, also known as a point and shot camera, and sometimes abbreviated to PNS, is a still camera designed primarily for simple operation. Most use focus free lenses or autofocus for focusing, automatic system for setting the exposure options, and have flash units built in. The shape of today's compact camera began to emerge in Casio QV10 in 1995, which was the first with the LCD screen on the back. Digital cameras. In 1975, Kodak engineer Steve Sesson created the first ever digital cameras. It was built using part of kits and the leftover around the Kodak factory and an earlier CCD image sensor from Fairchild in 1974. The camera was about the size of bread box and it took 23 seconds to capture a single image. It looked 0.01 megapixel image shot only in black and white that were saved to a cassette tape. The main parts of the camera that are involved in the process are the camera body, the camera shutter, the camera lens, the lens aperture, and the camera's image sensor, the camera's LCD screen in for previewing and then viewing the captured image. The camera body is a light proof box. The controls for exposure settings and other effects are located on the camera body. Cameras with touch LCD screens may also have mini controls available right on the LCD screen. The camera's shutter and the image sensor are located inside the camera body. Depending on the type of cameras, the camera lens may be permanently attached to the camera, fixed lens, or removable interchangeable lenses. Okay. First, talk about the lens. The purpose of the camera lens is to focus and direct the incoming light. The camera lens consists of one or more precisely shaped pieces of glass or plastic called elements. The light coming through the elements is bent or directed to the image sensors where the information about the light is captured. The camera lens is a extremely important part of the camera. That is because the type of lens and the quality of the lens being used well contributed greatly to the sharpness or overall appearances of the pictures. Aperture. The lens aperture is actually a part of the camera lens. The camera lens apertures control the amount of light that will reach the camera's image sensor. The lens aperture has different size opening which are referred to as f, capital F stops, f stops. Take a look at the aperture chart on the right from some examples. A large aperture opening would be an aperture setting such as f 2.8 or f4, while a small opening would be set at f16 or f11. The aperture opening size also helps the determine how much certain area to the image will be in focus or out of focus. That is called depth of field. Third one is shutter. Shutter, as we know, light enter the camera through the lens. However, the light comes through the lens cannot reach the image sensor until the shutter release button is pressed and the camera shutter is opened. Once the camera shutter is opened, the light flows in and the camera's image sensor is exposed to the light. The amount of time the shutters remains open is called the shutter speed. Shutter speed are usually expressed as second or fraction of a second. Example, 1 beta 13 shutter speed means the shutter will be open for 1/13th of a second. Or if shutter speed is 1 beta 250, shutter speed will keep the shutter open for 1/215th of a second. Sensors. The focused light coming through the lens is directed to the digital camera image sensor. That focused light is captured or read by the sensor prior to begin stored in the camera memory card. The image sensor has a grid with millions of microscopic light informations gathering elements called photosites. Screens. Just about all camera manufacturers these days have LCD, liquid crystal display screens. The LCD screen is the part of the camera that allow you to view your subject or scene before take the picture. The LCD screen also allow you to see your image immediately after you take a picture. Viewfinders. All digital SLR cameras are equipped with eye level viewfinder and most of them also have LCD screen. Many compact system camera and bridge camera are also equipped with eye level viewfinders. Types of cameras. Now that you have an understanding about the basics of how a camera works, it might be a good idea to take a look at the various type of digital camera available to consumers. The primary type of camera on the market today are basic compact cameras, advanced or bridge cameras, digital SLR camera, and compact system cameras. But we will discuss in detail about all types of camera in next video. Dear students, this is a reference for your future learning regarding this topic.